Howdy folks, my name is Tony and this is Minecraft, but what if every world was the same in a specific version? Minecraft worlds generate by using a string of numbers called a seed. The way that it works now is that every world you generate starts with a randomized seed, thus giving you a completely new world every time you start. Interestingly enough, across different versions of the game, the same seed will actually give you a different world. So what would happen to Minecraft if, in a given version of the game, everyone that played got the same seed, thus giving you the same world? Well, to test this theory, I've gathered here together a number of people to help me answer that question by asking them all to play on the same seed in the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. Today, I am joined by Caleb.
Hello.
Stewart.
Howdy, howdy.
And finally, Pedro.
Hello.
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me here today. Pedro, you're here to share your thoughts on what you think would happen to Minecraft if every world was the same.
I have been playing Minecraft for a good amount of my time. I have been following tutorials, following every instruction. It was during that time that I realized that following the instructions bit by bit, it was getting boring. To use the same seed, same set of instructions, same materials over and over on a daily basis, I lost some sort of drive, and I had no clue what I was doing playing Minecraft. Repetition, replayability, this is the problem.
So you think, given a span of time, if every world was the same, it would never feel like a new experience. You'd lose interest in playing the game.
Like, each one has a different seed, and like it all has like a different experience. And to me, it's all fun. It's like I don't get bored, but it's just the same thing over and over again. That's when it gets boring. I just move on.
While that may be correct, there can be a new experience when using the same seed, not by following the same set of rules that they have been, by changing your actions. As example, we have challenge videos where specific goals are met in specific procedures. That is what makes challenges appealing, with the setting being the same, but the process can be modified.
So, I agree with Stewart and Pedro. I also think that for me, my center is on doing something different every time. So no matter even if it's the same seed or not, I'm going to do something different than I did in the last world. I'm going to start off different. Like, I might start off in a cave, or I might start off trying to actually make something. And I think if it's the same seed, then I'm going to try and do something different than I did the last time, every single time.
You're self-driven to create a personal challenge for yourself every time you start anew.
Yeah.
Even if it is the same world, people will find a multitude of ways to make the experience different.
People would self-impose specific challenges in any given run so that they would have a reason to replay the same world.
I think different, more creative kind of styles of play will come about if everything was the same seed.
Like challenging yourself to not mine a specific resource like wood?
Yeah.
Well, here's something that I've thought about a lot with something like this. How the community as a whole would be affected by the world being the same for every single player. You could go onto any forum anywhere and be like, hey, does someone know where this is? Can someone help me with this? Does anyone have any good ideas for some? Like, if it's the same world, communicating with other people will be so much easier because it'll be like, what can we do as a group to do something interesting? There could be a forum dedicated to finding specific locations in the world and being like, oh wow, I just found a jungle. I was just flying around and I literally just stumbled across the jungle. We spent so long trying to find a jungle, and I just come upon, it's a bamboo jungle, of course.
On the realm, we spent so much time finding the jungle, then in other words, I just find it in an instant.
They could find like a specific mountain or a specific area, host building challenges for this area and be like, hey, whoever builds like the most interesting thing wins a prize. Because it's all the same world, everyone can participate in those sorts of things.
I didn't really think about the community in a positive standpoint, but when I come to think of it, I start to rethink of examples of video games that have a similar community, that being video games that are purposely made to be stay the same, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The game is still the same, and it is a large open world adventure game, and the community works hard to communicate with each other and set these goals in the most optimal way possible. Speedrunning. And on the topic of
Breath of the Wild all the time, people like they work together, work on like really specific routes and like bizarre tactics they share with each other, and something similar could happen in Minecraft.
It would drastically affect speedrun. Everyone would try and shoot for new goals, like new limits. Say the fastest speedrun time's about 10 minutes. Someone is going to use that same exact seed, practice on it, and try and beat that score to the best of their ability.
When everyone's working on the same world is, you know, it's like, okay, where is like every single diamond? Where is every single piece of ore? What is the fastest way to get these resources? And since it's like the same, people could like really, really precisely
of course, definitely
pin down exactly the methodology to do stuff.
Exactly.
You know? People are definitely going to band together and figure out the most optimized route to beat the game quickest.
You know, I was thinking about it. Forcing the same world on everyone would probably be a point of contention. If they just updated the game and it was like the same world across, I think people would get really mad. So what I was actually thinking about was they add a new generation type called Universal Seed. So like you would have regular world, super flat, the buffet type, and then Universal Seed would be like a fourth, and the Universal Seed would be what I'm suggesting, where everyone gets the same seed, and that would be like a more palatable way to implement this feature, you know?
Yeah, I do agree with that idea. I was thinking from your standpoint that this build would replace Minecraft's randomly generated numbered seed entirely, and only stick to one and singular seed.
So like,
yeah, but this is also a theoretical question.
If they add like a world generation type called Universal Seed, I don't think anyone would really get mad about it, but you would still probably get this community that forms around it that challenges themselves to really dig deep into this world.
We already talked about the positive, but let's talk about the negative. If this did replace all of the super flat, and the large biome, whatever, I think it would be a horrible decision because, like I said before, the repetition can harm the community because people don't want to experience the same thing. People start looking at other games that offer different experiences, and people want to enjoy those experiences and not continue playing the same game that has the same scene because they already experienced what the game has to offer and wants to move on to something else so they don't die of boredom.
I told my dad about this idea, and he misinterpreted it as meaning, what if everyone played on the same server like an MMO?
That's an interesting question.
Wouldn't it just turn into another battle royale?
Everyone would get in each other's way. No one would learn a single thing if they were trying to optimize a speedrun route. You're gonna have to go very far away to even get a good spot.
It'll just turn into anarchy. So that was our discussion on what we would think would happen if every Minecraft world was the same. If you have something interesting to say about it, don't be afraid to leave a comment. Thank you everyone for joining me here today, and thank you for watching the video, and have a good day.